All right, first off, I'm going to start off by saying all honors and glory due to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem Rakakwadash. Okay, now I'm going to jump right into it. It's going to be a short video. Pretty vexed on this one, because I kind of, went to the scriptures to see what I could put together, you know, after meditating and reading and trying to gain more wisdom, knowledge, acknowledgement of the scriptures. Okay, last night. Okay, so I had uh, a rough night, little sleep, so to speak. But nevertheless, work got to push the work, So I'm just, I'm trying to do my best to edify the body further, okay, and work out my salvation. Because at the end of the day, that's what I have to do, let alone warn the sheep, okay. So I'm gonna go over here and start off at Isaiah. Okay, it's gonna be Isaiah chapter 15. See where the Spirit gonna lead me. Even though I got my precepts down, like I said, I was heavily vexed trying to put this together, and so finally I got it. So let's see like I said, see where the Spirit leads me. Okay, so this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 29. Book of Isaiah, chapter 29. Okay. Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord, and their works are in the dark. And they say, who seeth us, and who knoweth us? Okay, so that's dealing with Esau Edom, okay, and his tabernacle, okay, which is well known by now, should be well known. That's over there in what is that? Psalms 83. Okay, that's a list of the nations who seek in these councils. Okay, till this very day. Headed off by Esau, of course. Okay, so you got the you got the EU, UN, however you want to see it, deem it. You got the shadow government. You got Timan, who's being made into, he's losing all grasp on everything. Okay, so this place here in Babylon the Great, our last captivity. Okay, this is the headquarters, Basra, so to speak. So right now, it's a nation divided against a nation. So this man knows that his power can't reside no longer without that bondfulness together. We're all American crap, okay? Which, in all actuality, this is the land of the bulk of the Israelites' captivity, okay? The Negroes, so-called Negroes, Native Americans, and so-called Indians, okay? So we are the scattered sheep, okay? Now it's abroad, all four corners of the planet, okay? This thing is worldwide, okay? This just happens to be where the bulk of the Lord's people are in our last captivity. Okay, I'm only here as a warner, and again, this is Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai's program. Okay, so the problem ain't with me. Okay, I'm just reading the gospel and protecting the truth of the gospel. Okay, that's what I'm here to do. All right. So let's read that one more time. The book of Isaiah, chapter 29, verse 15. Woe, which means destruction, to them that seek deep to hide their counsel. Okay, and what is this counsel? Right now, this counsel is how to persuade many to take the Babylon juice. Okay, to further this new world order, to usher in a new financial system, and to further keep people in enslavement, okay, as cattle property, so to speak. All right. From the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And their works are in the dark, okay, because we know the earth was given into the hands of the wicked. All right, we know this. Okay, they do these things upon their bed. Let's get that. Let's get that. Let's get it. Let's not let it come out my mouth. Let's go right over to it. Let's see here. Okay, this is Micah. Micah, chapter 2. Salakia. Micah, chapter 2, verse 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand. Singular. Power of their hand. And whose hand is that? Esau, Edom. Okay? Make no mistake about it. Now, that's kind of paraphrasing. I just went over to another verse. Okay, another book and another verse. Okay. Let's read that one more time from the top. The book of Isaiah, chapter 15, chapter 29, verse 15. Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord, and their works are in the dark. Okay, that's where the Micah 2, verse 1 comes in at. And they say, who seeth us, and who knoweth us? Okay, because this man is proud. Okay, he's going to be proud up until them ICBM missiles hit. And even then, he gonna be proud. He gonna be hollering, screaming and hollering, but he gonna be proud. Up until then. That's just his makeup. Okay? Let's go over to some, I got carbon dating going on right now. And then I got the technology. I got the computer up. So Psalms chapter 50, verse 19. Thou gettest thy mouth to evil. Thou gettest thy mouth to evil. Giveth thy mouth to evil. And thy tongue frameth deceit. Okay? So this man's tongue frames deceit. Okay? Okay, words as smooth as butter. You can find that over there in Psalms chapter 50. What is that? 55. Okay. All right. Cunning. Divisive. Okay. Crafty. So deceit. He framed his deceit. So if this man can't have it his way, what does he do? All manipulation, mass manipulation. Okay. Mass deception. That's where he goes with it. Okay, that's exactly what he does. Mass manipulation. Those days are coming to an end. They're coming to an end. Let's see. I have one right off the top of the head. Just wanted to come out. Oh, I can't find it. I had one. It just slipped. Okay, I can't get that one right now. All right. So, okay, he seeks a dark counsel, a hidden counsel. Okay, we know this. All right. Now, Psalms 50:19 says, "Thou giveth thou mouth to evil, and thou frameth deceit." Okay, so paint the picture, create the narrative, paint the picture, and if anything don't fit inside of that narrative or that frame, he has an issue with it. That's a God complex. Last time I checked. Psalms chapter 50, verse 17. "Seeing thou hateth instruction and casteth my words behind thee." Okay? Because that's what he also does. Okay? He believes he is the creator. Okay? You know, you got the Darwin effect. You got the monkey evolved from monkeys and everything. Anything and everything other than who actually created this man. To avoid his identity, of course. Okay? Remember, this is a global thing now. This is bigger than just right here, on the soils of Babylon, aka US of A. If I said that right, this is bigger than that. Okay, this is a worldwide thing. This man is a fugitive on the planet. Okay, and as a fugitive and a vagabond, once your time is up, of course your blessing is up. So now it's time to reveal who you are. We're living in the latter days, so that's what's happening. Okay, without a shadow of a doubt, that's what's happening. Seeing thou hateth instruction, and casteth my word behind thee. Now, ultimately, at the end of the day, we know this thing is about a birthright that this man sold. Okay, and now he's struggling to try to keep a regime going that he has to clearly let go. Okay, he has to let it go. Oh yes, he has to let it go. The book of Genesis, chapter 27, verse 41. "And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart," his mind, that is, "The day of mourning for my father are at hand. Are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob." Okay, let's read that one more time. The book of Genesis, chapter 27, verse 41. "And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, The days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob." Okay, so this man's been on a hot pursuit for a very long time. Okay, a hot pursuit. Now, of course, we know we're still under the curses, and we're under a heavy chastisement. But now that the time of that punishment is getting ready to go away. Okay, the roles are revolving, changing. Okay. Do not Second Ezra chapter 6 verse between 8 and 9, somewhere around there, tell you that? For Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning. Now this is either way it goes, it's gonna be accepted. Okay? At the end of the day, this is Yahweh Shai's program. Okay? At the end of the day. The book of Jeremiah, chapter, let's go off the computer. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 16, verse 17. For my eyes are upon all their ways. They are not hidden from my face. That's your counsel, Esau. Neither is their iniquities hidden from my eyes. So what you thought? You just was gonna get away with rape, rob, and murder, and have an extension of time, another great some type of period where you think you gotta okay, you could buy time. You could buy time now all of a sudden. You could create time all of a sudden. See, that's the God complex that this man has. That's the God complex he got. That's the God complex. Let's see what the great prophet Jeremiah said again. Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 17. For my eyes are upon all their ways, the wicked. They are not hidden from my face. Neither is their iniquities hidden from my eyes. Okay, let's go over that word iniquity just to clarify it. Iniquity. Perverseness. Depravity. Okay, guilt. Okay. Mischief, evil, fault. Okay. All right. So none of that's hidden. None of it. And you're going to get your judgment. Flat out. You're going to get your judgment. Book of Jeremiah, chapter 16, verse 16. Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, and they shall fish them. And after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain, all these governments, establishments, and from every hill, and out of the holes of the rocks. So there will not be nowhere to hide. Okay? Once all of this is said and done, okay, the high concentrated laser chariot fire hit, okay, the silos are empty, okay, this place burning with fervent heat, okay, and then the world to come, okay, all right, in those new bodies, immortal bodies, okay. All right, so when that happened, then it's going to be a roundup, first roundup of slaves. Yeah, first roundup of slaves. Psalms 149, verse 7, to execute vengeance upon the heathens and punishment upon the people. So whoever's hand in hand, you get caught hand in hand, hey, whoever siding with the enemy, put it that way, whoever siding, there ain't no, there ain't no in between. So it's whoever siding. Okay, start with Esau, Edom, the head of the dragon. Okay, that's the way it's gonna go. Verse 8, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with feathers of iron. Okay, so that's what's going down. All right, Book of Revelations, chapter 13. Hey, verse 9, roughly, verse 9 and 10. We know you ain't gonna hear. He that have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. Okay. All right. Verse 10. What? Psalms chapter 149, verse 9. Salakia, verse 9. Psalms 149, verse 9. To execute upon them the judgment written. And what is written? It's right here in the Holy Scriptures. That's what's written. And you can't change the script. Okay? You can't do away with this one. You can't change the script. This honor have all his saints. Praise ye the Lord, Yahweh Bashem, Yahushai. Okay? So that's what's going down. All right? And again, sometimes my words get tripped up. Okay? But I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna say it like this. This is pertaining to the hopeful elect, okay, the remnant 1/3, all right, at this particular time in the latter days. Okay. Now by default, the rest of Israel, they're gonna have to be reborn again, learn and be reborn again. Okay. This isn't for all the nations, okay? All right, no matter how much this man tries to, try to conjure up something where he, which is the image of the beast, okay, and prove himself worthy of being looked up to as a god, it's not going to happen, okay? It's not going to happen. Now, there's people, these nations, they in cahoots. So they don't want this current system, they don't want this current world to end. Okay, because their forefathers took that they are a part of that tabernacle. Okay, a lot of them. Okay, and then a lot of them, some of them kept their customs and traditions, but yet and still, I'm looking at the big picture. I'm looking at this thing way farther than just from where I'm standing on the soils of US of A. This thing is way bigger than that. Okay. This is a global scale thing. Like I said, this is Yahushai's program. Okay? So he gonna judge nations. So this ain't no individual thing. All right? This ain't no one-by-one basis. Okay? It's not a one-by-one basis. This judgment will not be a one-by-one basis. That's what I got. Okay, we'll close it out with these two right here. Because this thing is to the point where, wickedness is full blown out there. Okay, those of us that are in this fight, okay, in this race, we know this. If you by now you should have those of you that are in the truth, you should have the discernment, okay, to know what's going on around you. You should have that by now, okay. All right. Now, a lot of us, some of us got, no, we all have different lots, okay. We all have different lots, okay. So, whatever your gift is, you better cleave to it, hold tight to it. Let alone hold tight to this wisdom, okay. Your faith, your wisdom, okay. Hold tight to it, firm, day and night. Like I said it in a few of my other videos. This isn't this. Because Jake likes to bring everything into an existence of a new culture. And this thing right here, you can't bring it to a new culture. Okay. Now, carnally, yes, he can fabricate and try to and ultimately be destroyed for that, and judged for that. But this isn't a new phase of so-called black culture, okay? Because that black culture that's really deaf culture, okay? It's really deaf culture, to be honest. The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 12, verse 5. And there are differences of administrations, but the same Yahushua. Okay? So this ministry, okay, this body, this ministry is for is about the truth. Okay, it's about protecting and putting out the 100% truth, okay, of the gospel, just like all of the apostles, okay, all right, the prophets of old, okay. This isn't a thing of make it into what you want to make it into. Okay, let me put my words in perspective of what I believe and how I feel and how I think. No, it don't work that way. This isn't nothing to play with. It's nothing to play with. The book of Hebrews, chapter 10, verse 31. It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Okay? So nothing can be done without going through Yahushai. Okay? Nothing can be accomplished. You got to do the will of him in order to do the will of his Father. He came to do the will of his Father. Okay? Now, no matter how much these wacky, all these different religious sects, I'm going to change the wording up a little bit. No matter how much these religious sects say what they say and word it how they word it and put different images and different names up, it's you can see it right. You can see it every day. You can see it around you that whatever they're doing, okay. And then when when it is brought, you have a conversation about it with someone, and then they say they a JC worshiper or a witness or a cat, then none of that works. Because this world ain't waxing no stronger. Okay? No stronger. It's actually getting weaker. She's old. Okay? see here. Go back over here. So ultimately, at the end of the day, you know, this thing is boiled down to it's boiling down to judgment. All right, judgment. Final roll call, judgment. Okay, for everything that has happened, for everything that has been done, and everything that continues to be done on a perpetual scale, to the point where Esau Edom thinks he's just gonna, he's a psychopath. Okay. There was one scripture I meant to bring out. Okay. Because let alone with all the rape, rob, and murder. Okay. Hey. Nothing's orchestrated over here. I don't sit down and script out, scriptures to try to make myself sound all genius and all of that. Whatever the Spirit guides me, that's where I go. Okay? The book of Jeremiah, chapter 16, verse 18. And first, I will recompense their iniquity, and their sin, double. Okay, that's double. Double cup, double. Because they have defiled my land. They have filled my inheritance with the carcasses of their detestable and abominable things. Okay, now that's done everywhere. Since the beginning of the conquering, that's been done. That's everywhere. That's like, you talk to somebody and, just on a general conversation, you nowadays you really can't talk